Yeah, so I'll start with the definition because some folks might not be completely familiar with the term human trafficking. But it's the exploitation of humans for the purposes such as sexual and labor servitude, where something of value is exchanged. So money, food, housing, drugs, any type of resource, anything worth something. And there has to be means of force, fraud, or coercion.
Mm.
So those are definitely some in the weeds terms. Force can look like physical abuse or assault, sexual abuse or assault, confinement. Fraud looks more like false promises of work or living conditions, withholding promised wages. And then coercion, which we see more often than not, especially in sex trafficking, is threats of harm to self or others, or psychological manipulation, document confiscation we see with labor trafficking.
Hmm.
And human trafficking here in the States looks very different than internationally. Um, Internationally, you could see instances of kidnap or capture, things like that. But here in the States, it's very different. It's very nuanced, it's complex and dynamic. There's a lot of power and control dynamics at play. It's not typically a random crime. So the guy driving by in a white van snatching girls up off the street, that's not really happening. There's a lot more involved with it. It's a lot of relational. Uh, it's very relational. So it's typically committed by someone they love or they have a relationship with, which is where we see like familial trafficking, so family members or someone that's in their church or school or a friend of the family, etc., or a boyfriend that they've met online. There's a relationship that's established first before the trafficking really begins.
Wow.
And that leads to victims really being not able to identify. It becomes very, very difficult for victims to come forward because, why would this person do this? They love me,
Hmm.
or that person is my spouse or my partner or my parent.
Right.
So it makes it very difficult for victims to identify. And it is happening here in Tennessee. We serve the Middle Tennessee area, so the Nashville area, and it's been reported in all 41 counties in Middle Tennessee. And it's as likely to occur in suburban areas as it is to occur in urban areas. Of course, we're getting more reports here in the Nashville area just because of our population concentration, but it is happening in more rural areas of the state as well.